this is River, and today I'm here with Lesson 73 from A Course in Miracles. Lesson 73 is, I will there be light. I will there be light. Today we are concerning the will you share with God. This is not the same as the ego's idle wishes, out of which darkness and nothingness arise. The will you share with God has all the power of creation in it. The ego's idle wishes are unshared and therefore have no power at all. Its wishes are not idle in the sense that they can make a world of illusions in which your belief can be very strong. But they are idle indeed in terms of creation. They make nothing that is real. Idle wishes and grievances are partners or co-makers in picturing the world you see. The wishes of the ego gave rise to it, and the ego's need for grievances, which are necessary to maintain it, peoples it with figures that seem to attack you and call for righteous judgment. These figures become the middlemen the ego employs to traffic in grievances. They stand between your awareness and your brother's reality. Beholding them, you do not know your brothers or yourself. Your will is lost to you in this strange bartering, in which guilt is traded back and forth, and grievances increase with each exchange. Can such a world have been created by the will the Son of God shares with his Father? Did God create disaster for his Son? Creation is the will of both together. Would God create a world that kills himself? Today, we will try once more to reach the light that is in accordance with your will. The light is in it because it does not oppose the will of God. It is not heaven, but the light of heaven shines on it. Darkness has vanished. The ego's idle wishes have been withdrawn. Yet the light that shines upon this world reflects your will, and so it must be in you that we will look for it. Your picture of the world can only mirror what is within. The source of neither light nor darkness can be found without. Grievances darken your mind, and you look out on a darkened world. Forgiveness lifts the darkness, reasserts your will, and lets you look upon a world of light. We have repeatedly emphasized that the barrier of grievances is easily passed and cannot stand between you and your salvation. The reason is very simple. Do you really want to be in hell? Do you really want to weep and suffer and die? Forget the ego's arguments, which seek to prove all this is really heaven. You know it is not so. You cannot want this for yourself. There is a point beyond which illusions cannot go. Suffering is not happiness, and it is happiness you really want. Such is your will in truth, and so salvation is your will as well. You want to succeed in what we are trying to do today. We will undertake it with your blessing and your glad accord. We will succeed today if you remember that you want salvation for yourself. You want to accept God's plan because you share in it. You have no will that can really oppose it, and you do not want to do so. Salvation is for you. Above all else, you want the freedom to remember who you really are. Today, it is the ego that stands powerless before your will. Your will is free, and nothing can prevail against it. Therefore, we undertake the exercise for today in happy confidence, certain that we will find what it is your will to find, and remember that it is your will to remember. No idle wishes can detain us, nor deceive us with an illusion of strength. Today, let your will be done and end forever the insane belief that it is hell in place of heaven that you choose. We will begin our longer practice period with the recognition that God's plan for salvation, and only His, is wholly in accord with your will. I'm just going to take a drink of water. It is not the purpose of an alien power thrust upon you unwillingly. It is the one purpose here on which you and your Father are in perfect accord. You will succeed today, the time appointed for the release of the Son of God from hell and from all idle wishes. His will is now restored to his awareness. He is willing this very day to look upon the light in him and be saved. So let's go ahead, close our eyes. Just taking a breath in and a breath out. Really feeling yourself letting go of anything in your mind right now. Now we're going to remind ourselves that God's plan for salvation is all we really want. God's plan. And His will is in accordance with His plan. And we're going to just breathe into our heart and notice if there's any tightness or constriction in our chest. Just take a minute to release any tension in your heart. So you can be fully present for this practice. Feeling your whole body begin to relax, your shoulders, your head, your face. Your neck, your upper back, and your shoulders. I already said shoulders, they must be tight. And then your arms, your lower back, down to your hips, your thighs, all the parts of you rooted into the ground, whether you're standing or sitting or lying down. The bottom half of your body, just relax, relax, relax. And then for this practice, I'll read what we say. It is, I will there be light. Just say that again. I will there be light. Reminding yourself that it is God's plan for salvation and only His that is in accordance with your will. I will there be light. And you're going to say, let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. Tell yourself with gentle firmness and quiet certainty, I will there be light. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. Feeling yourself connect with God's will. I will there be light. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. This is the only will that actually is creating anything that's alive for eternity. This is the will that is full of light and power and grace. This is the will that's one with God's. It's the only will you want because it's the only one in accordance with God's plan for salvation. I will there be light. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. And say it into your deep heart. I'll say it again. I will there be light. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. Let's sit quietly with this feeling of a joined will with God, the knowing that it is our truth. It is what we want. I will there be light. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. If anything distracting crosses your mind, just restate these phrases. I will there be light. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. You may feel this light come over you and feel that you're held in a light, and that this deep power you have to direct your thoughts towards what you want when it aligns with wanting God. And the light in the deep heart, God is right there, and this light is surrounding you and holding you, and you're a part of it, and it's a part of you. And feeling that rise up around you, in you and around you. I will there be light. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. Notice what's crossing your awareness. Notice what you're feeling in your heart, in your deep, deep heart, where your deep desire for God is, where that unbroken love, chain of love is, the source of who you are. At the spirited, most fundamental part of you. I will there be light. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. Just say it one more time. I will there be light. Let me reflect the light. Let me behold the light that reflects God's will and mine. Be determined in your words and your intention. A deep determination, it's all you want. Once you're ready, you can bring your hands together and open your eyes. Just offering deep gratitude for this practice, for this book that was transcribed by Helen Schuckman. So grateful that this came into this world that can be a prison or is a prison for our mind. And to liberate us, we need determination, and we need these, I guess we don't need anything, but because God's already laid our way out. So we will find it no matter what. There's nothing we can do to not go home to God. We are going home to God. So thanks for joining me. Wishing you all the best. Take care.